How's it going, YouTube? This is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets, bringing you my same game parlay for MLB today, 5/2/22. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would subscribe, like, share, and comment. Definitely seeing an uptick in subscribers, so I definitely appreciate it. A lot of people hitting me up on Twitter at Manny Fresh Bets. As you know, or as you might not know if you haven't watched one of my videos, usually Sundays I use it just as family day. I do some bets, like as you can see I won here, but I don't post any videos just because I kind of tend to like Sundays for kind of family and just relaxing with friends and family. But as you can see here, these have been going pretty well, the over-unders. So I only bet 10 cents because like I said, Sundays I don't go too crazy. But I did win on the unders and overs for yesterday's game. I should have actually bet more. If I would have bet like $10, I would have been, 30, $35. But it is what it is. A win is a win. And then there was some, just kind of the NBA plays that I do. And then it's just kind of bad luck with just two teams messing it up here. And I did kind of a mix and match with NBA. The Marlins obviously messed me up. And then I had some really bad luck with Green and the Red Sox, just kind of screwing up the parlays. Let me see. There was another one that I did that actually almost hit, and it was only like one loss. And it was this one frustrating. Baltimore Orioles minus 7.5 on the run line. So I believe at that point, this was a live bet. I believe they were winning by like 8 runs, and the Red Sox came back and scored 5. So that's the reason why I lost that one. Another live bet, Washington Nationals minus 4.5. Again, the Nationals were winning by a comfortable margin, and I said, hey, why not? I'm gonna take them to win at least by at least by 5. And they won, but obviously the Orioles kind of screwed it up. Same thing for this one. Again, 6-leg parlay, got 5 right. Red Sox screwed it up. So it's kind of been up and down. Like I said, the over-unders have been hitting on the first innings. So I'm probably going to do a few of those as well. But I kind of did some bets already. And if this is the first time watching one of my videos, or if you watched them before, you know that, I make kind of a conservative play for a parlay. Then I do kind of a moderate play, which is like in between risky and conservative. Then I do kind of a riskier play where I, wager a little to win a lot. So this is kind of more the conservative play, excuse me. I got the Marlins plus 3.5. So basically what that means is that the Marlins could lose, and I could still win that leg. They could lose by 3 or less for me to win. If they lose by 4 or more, I lose because it's plus 3.5. And obviously, if they win outright, I still win the leg because that's kind of the kind of playing it safe there. Then I got the Twins to beat the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles, again, a very frustrating team. When I pick them, they win. When I pick them, they lose. When I don't pick them, they win. So it's kind of been one of those things. But I think Minnesota is the better team. I think the Baltimore Orioles have started off decent, but I think their luck is going to start to run out. So I got the Twins to win that game. Then I got the Yankees plus 3.5 against the Jays. Again, two good teams. I don't expect a blowout here. I think it's going to be a close game. And I expect the Yankees to keep it within 3 runs. Same thing for the Mets. Mets have been rolling. I like betting on the Mets early in the season just because they start off so well. Again, they're facing a pretty good Atlanta team, but Atlanta has not looked that great to begin the season. So I'm banking on the Mets to at least keep it close here at plus 3.5. Same thing with the Astros. Astros have lost a lot of players to free agency, to trades, to injuries. But I think they're going to keep it close against the Mariners, and I actually think they're going to win that game. So I took them at plus 3.5, and then I took Tampa Bay to beat the Oakland A's. So that was the 6-leg parlay that I bet $2 to win almost 10. Then for this one, 8-leg parlay. I took St. Louis. They keep letting me down, but at some point they're gonna start winning. So I took them to beat the Kansas City Royals. I think they are a better team. These teams are kind of very similar. Haven't looked great to begin the season, but I think the Cardinals are the better team, and I think they should be able to beat the Royals here. The White Sox, same thing. They kind of been in a little funk. I think they are better than the Angels. The Angels do have hitting, but I think the White Sox pitching is much better. So I expect them to win. Then I got the Marlins surprise team so far with the Marlins. I mean, I started kind of fading them in the beginning because I thought it was the same old Marlins, but they have proved me wrong. So I'm starting to kind of be a little bit more confident with them. This is kind of a more moderate play, so a little bit riskier against the Diamondbacks, who have been playing some teams tough. Actually, St. Louis Cardinals. I think they lost 2 out of 3 of those in that series. But I expect the Marlins to eke out this win. Same thing for the Twins, like I spoke about against the Orioles. And then I picked the Yankees again at +3.5. I picked the Mets again as +3.5. And then I also took the Astros and the Rays at the money line as well, so to win straight up. Again, I bet $2 to win $57. And then this is kind of a riskier play. Let me see, which one is this one? Yeah, so I took kind of 2 risky plays. I took the under 7.5 again, St. Louis and the Royals. So even if they both combine for 7 runs, I still win that leg because they have to score at least 8. It's a little risky, especially with kind of the shakiness that both of these teams have had. But I expected this to be a low-scoring game, especially with Greinke and Matz at the mound. Then I took the over 5.5 with the Angels and the White Sox. I expect the White Sox to score pretty good amount of runs here. I think they're going to score at least 4 or 5 on their own. So we just need the Angels to score 1 or 2 runs. I think that's is doable. Then on the Diamondbacks Marlins, the Marlins have been a very under team this year. They always playing under games for some reason. Their pitching is actually pretty good, and I think Lopez is actually one of their better pitchers. So I expect this game to be under 6.5. And then for the Twins, the Baltimore Orioles, again, the Orioles and the Twins have both played under games. Obviously, those games with the Yankees that the Orioles had where a couple went over, I believe. But then with the Red Sox, they went over that last game, but then before that they were going on under. So I think there's going to be under 7.5. And then the same thing with the Yankees and the Jays. Again, 2 good offensive teams, but I think the pitching is going to be good in this game, and I expect it to be under 8. And then I took under 14.5 total runs in the Astros Seattle Mariners game, and I took the under 7 in the Rays Oakland game. So I bet $2 to win $68. And then kind of this bigger play. I think I did. Yeah, so I did a play with with baseball, basketball, and NHL all put together. So I did the Yankees +3.5 and under 14.5 total runs. I did the Mets +3.5 and over 4.5 runs. Then I took the Marlins +3.5 and over 4.5 runs. I took the White Sox +3.5 total alternate runs, so they lose by 3 or less, and under 13.5 total runs. Then I took Harris at 10 points in the Miami Heat Philadelphia game. Then I took Harden at least 15 points and Butler 15 points. I took Bam 4 rebounds, Harden 4 assists. And then in this game, Phoenix Suns versus the Mavs, I took 8 and 10 points, Booker 15 points, Luka 4 assists and 4 rebounds, and then Chris Paul at 6 assists. He probably is going to get like 12. Then I took Minnesota to beat Baltimore. I took an NHL. I took the Hurricanes to beat the Boston Bruins. I took the Maple Leafs to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning. I took the Houston Astros +3.5 against the Mariners. I took the St. Louis Blues +2.5 against the Minnesota Wild. And then I took the Rays straight up against Oakland. And then in the Kings Edmonton Oilers game, I took the Kings plus 2.5 to lose by 2 or less or win outright. That's a home run shot. I bet $5 to win potentially 450. Again, it is a long shot, so don't go crazy, with betting a huge amount of money. But I'm feeling pretty confident in this pick actually. It is kind of a longer shot, like I said. The only thing that worries me is maybe the Jays come out strong, and the Yankees can't keep up. The Jays are a pretty good team. Even as a Yankee fan, I could admit that. And then the under 14.5 total runs in that game, a little worrisome. Again, two good offenses, so I can see, a 10-9 game, 8-7 game. So that's kind of my worry there. In the Mets game, I expect the Mets to keep it close. The over 4.5 runs is a little risky, but it's only 5 runs. I could see the Mets scoring, 4 or 5 runs by themselves. And then the Marlins again, good team to start off with. Pretty surprising to me, but I feel like they're gonna win that game outright. The thing that worries me is the Diamondbacks have been playing kind of strong lately, and hopefully the Marlins don't get blown out. And the over 4.5 runs, hopefully it's not like a 3-zip game, which we've seen. So again, these picks, I feel pretty confident. I think we might hit this bomb here. And then the NHL games, I'm pretty confident too as well. Just don't want to see the St. Louis Blues get blown out by the Wild, or the Kings get blown out by the Oilers. That's gonna kind of throw a wrench on it. But again, guys, this is my home run pick, and you saw the other same game parlays for today. Really appreciate everyone. Hopefully we win at least some of these bets, and then we could wake up on Tuesday with a little bit more money in our pocket. Thanks a lot, everyone, and have a great Monday of sports.